So what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. BOA. Whenever a woman shows you who she is, don't try to convince yourself she's not that. Don't try to tell yourself that it's an act. And don't try to fool yourself into believing that it's something you're doing that's making her behave that way. She is who she is. And the worst situation to be in is in a relationship with a woman who doesn't even care to hide herself. Now, we haven't talked about this chick in a while, man, and it's basically because, man, what else can she possibly do? It's been all over the place. She's done nothing but give this man her ass to kiss, and when you really look at it, that's just what it is, and he's perfectly content with keeping his lips on her gluteus maximus, obviously. But this particular instance, she has verbally stated that she has done whatever is in her power to break Will Smith down and reduce him to being whatever it is she wants him to be. Don't believe me? Watch.
I need you to be this thing for me so I don't feel a certain way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put so much pressure on you and find really sneaky ways to manipulate you so that you will always be the thing that I need you to be so that I'm happy.
You know, Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
If you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Because she don't just.
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start rolling. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch Esther at the red table because she's helped us a lot. Can't you tell?
Now, when you hear something like this, you have to keep in mind that when you give a woman a platform where she feels like she's in control, she'll open up and let herself be who she is. That's why if you're a beta male simp mangina and you're in a relationship with a woman, she won't try to hide the things she does. You'll ask her something and she'll just blow on you.
What you ask me that for? You all of my business, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about what I'm doing. You just take care of what you need to take care of. You take care of your own business. Do I sweat you about what you're doing?
That's the type of thing she'll tell you. But if a woman is in a situation with you and she reveres you, if she is doing something, she hides it. She comes home and she makes sure that every single I is dotted and every single T is crossed. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. If I got to choose either of those scenarios,
I don't want to choose either one per se.
But if I had to choose one, I'd rather be the man who is at home believing that his woman is who she says she is because her actions show it, than to be the man who believes she is who she says she is, even though her actions show me something else. I'd rather believe her actions than her words. And many of you men are in these situations where the woman's words and actions match, and both of them are terrible. See, when you enter into a relationship with a woman, before you enter into the relationship, you have an opportunity to gauge that woman's interest in you, to gauge that woman's dedication to the relationship, to gauge that woman's dedication to the process of your progress. You have the opportunity to do that. So when you end up in a situation with a woman who hasn't done that and isn't doing that, who do you have to blame besides yourself? See, we live in a society that tells you and I as men that we have to be equipped to be open emotionally with a woman. Well, why would we do that when we were never raised to even master emotions? We were never raised to even understand emotions. We were never raised to even be emotional beings. So why would we become adult men and say, okay, I'm going to dive into this thing that I have never done, that I know the woman has been doing since the time she was born? As a man, why would you put yourself in a situation that you obviously can't win? It's not meant for us to do that. It's meant for you and I to lead from the front. And the only way to do that is to stay out of your emotions and stay in your logical headspace. If your heart is leading you, your spirit cannot. Your heart cannot lead your spirit. It will leave your spirit behind. Your spirit can lead your heart. Your spirit can lead your mind. But if you let your mind lead you or your heart lead you, you're liable to get caught up in a situation with a woman that you don't even need to be in. Sometimes you men enter in a situation where you knew you shouldn't have had the woman in the first place. Just like Will Smith, he knew he shouldn't have got with this woman in the first place. He was already concerned about her attachment to another man. Many of you men are in situations with women who you knew were attached to other men, and you got with her anyway and stayed with her anyway. And some of you done wifed up the woman. Well, guess what you got to do? The same thing Will Smith got to do. If you ever want to be free, then you got to get free. You better listen to what I'm saying to you. If you ever want to be free, then you got to get free. You might lose some paper. You might lose some sleep. You might lose some fatherhood reach. But what you will gain in place of all of that is peace. And peace of mind is priceless. All of those other things have a dollar amount. We all have a dollar amount, they say. Everybody has a price. But let me tell you what doesn't have a price. Peace of mind. So when you look at a situation like this and this woman is bold enough to sit here with an audience and relay these things, I'm telling you, she's trying to run that man off. She wants that man to leave her. See, if she leaves him, then she's never going to be able to bounce back from that. Because
You treated that man like that, and you treated him like this, and you did that. Jada, we can't support you. We can't do it. No.
But if she lets him leave her, forces him to leave her, influences him to leave her, coerces him to leave her, then what is she? She's the greatest American warrior to a bunch of these American women. See, women all over the world aren't like this. Now, you may be able to go to every country and find some pockets of women who are Americanized, but every American woman is Americanized. You can't help but be Americanized if you're a woman in America, because it has allowed you the freedom to do whatever you want to do with no recourse. There is no consequence, repercussion for a woman doing whatever she wants to do, except one. She can't get no man, but she don't want no man. She want a bunch of beta male boys. You see what I'm saying? She want a man that's going to cater to her no matter what she does. She want a man that's going to feed her information to make her feel better about herself no matter what she does. So no matter how bad this woman is, Will still risk his whole career to go up on stage, man, and put hands on a man behind her. Man has risked everything for a woman, man who does nothing but tear him down. And many of you men are in a situation right now where you're risking everything for a woman that ain't doing that but bringing you down. Look where you were when you met the woman. Look where you are now. Look how much you relied on that woman's leadership. Look how far down the wrong path it's taking you. Look how much you loved and loved on that woman. Look how much she's hated you in return. Look how loyal you've been. Look how disloyal she's been. Look how dedicated you've been. Look how selfish she's been. Look at how in love you are. Look at how disinterested she is. You men have to understand you owe it to yourself to be in a situation with a woman who's going to give you what you deserve. Not what she thinks you deserve, what you know you deserve. Many of you men are accepting things that you know you deserve better than. You know you do. And not just with women, in every facet of life. You go into a job, man, you've been at that job 15 years, man, they done passed your old promotion 5 times. How you going to stay at a job that done passed your old promotion 5 times? That means the 6th time they're going to pass you over 2. What you waiting on? Oh, well, I've been here so long. Yeah, you've been there so long taking that mistreatment. You mean tell me?
Because I've been taking this mistreatment so long, I better keep on taking it.
Let me tell you something, Dr. BOA. You don't know nothing, boy. I gotta be over here. I've been here all this time. I put in all this work. These people owe me, boy. They gonna pay me one day, Dr. BOA. They gonna pay me one day. And then I'm gonna come back to you and say, see, you ain't know what you're talking about. Who the beta male silver Dr. BOA? You.
Unsubscribe.
Okay, unsubscribe. So before you go, let me tell you this. Stay over there all you want to. And you know what's gonna happen? Same thing gonna happen to you men that stand in these relationship with these women and they don't mean you no good. You gonna be there. You gonna retire. They're gonna give you that watch, that cheap watch, not that Rolex, not that Patek Philippe. They're not gonna give you that. They're gonna give you that cheap quartz watch until you have a nice life. But at least they ain't gonna take nothing from you. That woman gonna take you in there to them courts, take everything she can from you, then tell you, have a nice life. While she elevates herself off your money to be eligible for the next man. What you men have to understand, divorcing a woman who doesn't mean you any good isn't quitting. It is delivering yourself from a terrible decision you made years ago. Staying with that woman who doesn't mean you any good is quitting on yourself. quitting on your life, quitting on your future, quitting on your health, quitting on your wealth, quitting on your peace of mind. So who you gonna be loyal to? Yourself or the broad? If a woman is down with you, man, and a woman is showing herself to be worthy of that position, keep her in that position, man. Cultivate her in that position. Nurture her in that position. Make sure she flourishes and grows in that position if she wants to be in it and she proves it with her actions. But if she's the opposite of that, she doesn't want that position, she doesn't appreciate that position, she doesn't want to build that position and become the best version of herself in that position, then you let her be free and let her go be the best version of herself in whatever other position she want to be in. You can't be married to a single woman because ain't but one of y'all under the vows. 9 times out of 10, it's you. Why? Because she don't give a damn about nothing you got going on except what you do to benefit her. And nothing that I ever told you before is more true than that. You have the right as a man. You have the responsibility as a man. You have the duty as a man to be a provider and protector of you first. Some of you men can't even protect yourselves and you done took on a wife. Some of y'all done took on a wife and her kid by another man. You know what you got to deal with when you take on a woman and her kid by another man? That kid gonna be in your house. You got to take care of that man's kid. There's a man out there that got access to your house every day, instant access to your house. Why? Because a piece of his property is in your house. Unless you're going to be fool enough, stupid enough to take that man down and battle him for the right to his own kid and adopt that man's kid. Otherwise, you find yourself in a situation that's even worse than Will's situation. At least Will's kids are supposedly his. Y'all men got to understand, man. A bad woman can't turn into a good woman for you. A selfish woman can't turn into a considerate woman for you. A spiteful woman can't turn into a loving woman for you. She got to already be that. So all these fools out here talking about you got to transform the woman. You have to transmogrify the woman. They stupid. And you know what they ain't never did? Transformed or transmogrified no woman in their whole damn life. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though. Now I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her